Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. As you can see, I'm alone in here. I think there might have been a memo that I may have missed, but since I was unaware of that, I started the show. I'm going to at least show you what happens with the news because I'm not really sure where Nick is. I know he's heading on vacation next week, and for all I know, he might already be like heading down there. So I'm just going to pull up Forex Factory, and we're going to do this together. So we're pending. Today we've got core PCE numbers. Oh, there's somebody at the door. So we're going to go mobile with this. If you would come with me, it's James. There he is. We're looking at core PCE. All right, guys. So I hope you have your charts pulled up because the numbers are in. And it looks like it's in the red. So, well, actually, it looks like it hit it dead on the money. So I guess that's depending on how you were you were looking at things, that might be good, that might be bad. I'm not super sure, which, we do have a trading competition coming up in the office here with the fellow employees, me and James and Emily and Drew and all of us. So the fact that I'm not super sure what the news means for markets may not bode well for whatever team I'm placed on. So 0.3 GDP. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate that. 0.3 GDP. Yeah, PCE doesn't affect anything. Oh, well, great. Now you tell me. I'm over here. All right, well, CAD GDP. Yeah. Well, okay, so I think, if things aren't...
Hi, I'm here now too.
Yes.
I just walked in and I'm a little confused. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought maybe I missed an email, but I haven't seen anything. I'm not really sure what's going on, but this might be the end of the stream. I got the news out for you guys. I'm sorry about what's going on. Nick might have already hit the road for his trip to Florida, and maybe forgot to tell me.
Oh, somebody's here.
I'm not sure how to unlock the door. I really don't.
The door is still locked. Let's go see who's here now. It's Emily. Hi. Emily is here, everybody.
Hi.
No one else is here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Confused.
Not sure what's going on. But
I thought I saw Nick pulling out. I was like, no, he's here. Maybe that is soon.
Alma, don't complain about the audio. Do you not see what's happening?
Really Sunday.
This is the first time you're meeting me? Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, USI World. I'm usually behind the screen, behind the scenes, and I'm usually not in front of the camera. So.
Wait, are we streaming?
We are streaming.
For a second. I wanted to make sure.
Barbie movie.
The Barbie movie. We all went and saw the Barbie movie yesterday.
The whole office saw the Barbie
there'll be
movie.
A short coming out later, all about it, about us going to see the Barbie movie.
We had a great time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a real wacky movie.
It was very silly.
Yes, we're sitting right next to each other, so if the audio is picking.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me
this up twice.
I'll mute myself so you can hear me on only Nick's. I mean, not Nick. James.
Move my
There we go.
thing over a little bit.
Central. Yeah, that's why it sounds bad.
Dexter asked, "Where's Nick?" We don't know.
That's a great question, but I'm sure he'll either be here or let us know. I'm kind of guessing he's already heading to Florida. He's going to the beach. He needs it. He needs the break. He's always in here.
So we have 330 people in here. I'm gonna do a quick little shameless plug. Now he says he can barely hear Chandler.
Oh, fine. Here, let me go.
Chandler's gonna go get himself set up in the other room with the microphone so that we're not picking up on each other's microphones.
Gonna get a tan.
With the 320 people that are in here, I want to announce to you guys that we are doing our first in-house office trading competition. I put out a video for it yesterday on the A1 Trading YouTube channel. So if you have seen that and you're excited for it, great. If you aren't sure what that is, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it right now. Starting not next week, but the following week, we are going to be doing a trading competition with Nick is now arriving, but we are going to do a trading competition with the members of the office. But what makes this trading competition a little bit unique is, other than Nick and Frank, who are day traders who trade every day, Nick and Frank now here, we only the Chandler's in the other room. Only the non-traders in the building, myself and Chandler, who are some of the video editors on the team. We have a few sales and customer support representatives on the team, as well as a marketing person. So all of us are going to try our hand at y'all's world and try a little bit of day trading for ourselves. Nick and Frank are actually going to be team captains, and they're going to pick who's on their team. None of us know anything about trading, really, so it's not like, it's going to be just random teams, basically. But it'll be a lot of fun because we're going to do it over the span of a couple weeks. We're going to have traders who have never traded before trying their hand at day trading, buying, selling, all this stuff. So it should be a interesting experience. So look out for that. That is coming up soon. But let's go ahead and bring Nick in here as well.
Hey guys, I think I messed up. I'm sorry for this. I was late today, and I have no excuse. Thank you guys for covering. How long have you been streaming?
15 minutes.
All right. Well, thank you guys for that. I could jump in here and give you guys a break. Thanks for the coverage. Did you guys already cover the news by any chance?
I covered the news. Right. I hope everybody liked my coverage of the news. For those of you looking forward to the contest, me and James are not allowed to be on the same team because we basically watch every video. So those of you who saying you have your money on James, that might be a good call.
Yeah, well, thank you guys both for covering for me. I'll jump on and take a look at some charts here, and appreciate you guys. Maybe we'll catch up with you in just a bit.
All right, see you, everybody.
All right. Yes, sorry guys about that. So I won't go into detail, but I had a super crazy long morning, and I don't want to, bother the whole stream with it, but it caused me to be late. Anyways, I am here now. I apologize for the delay. For some reason, I thought we didn't have big news today, so I am mistaken, but I guess I'm here now. So let's take a look at some charts. Let's jump into some stuff. We did actually have core PCE. That is embarrassing that I missed that. So you guys can flame me in the comments today a little bit. Core PCE came out here as expected, 0.2% employment cost index, which is a big one mentioned by Jerome Powell here on the Wednesday's Fed meeting. They actually he did point to that as an interesting figure. So that's why it is there as a red folder here on Forex Factory. Employment cost index was lower than expected quarter over quarter, probably what the Fed wants out of a number like that. But again, PCE coming out as expected. Let's take a quick look at how the market is responding to this. We're looking at an hourly chart off of the 1 hour chart here. So this is the dollar index. Now, quick look actually at the 4 hours. So prior to this, look at where we tagged. We just barely missed this 102 level before price took it back over and started pushing back down. Nick, ready for vacation? It's not that. It's a whole thing. It was a whole busy morning, and like I said, I just don't want to go into it. It was a bit of a hectic morning. Anyways. The dollar index, did it actually hit the 61.8% retracement? It basically did. Look at this. So price came just up to this 61.8% retracement. The 102 level came in and found some rejection. So the question is, will this follow through? And what is this doing to other markets? Let's take a quick look at gold here. Gold pushing back off the lows, off of the reaction of this. Let's take a... So here's the thing about the gold market here. Gold market did put actually in a lower high here, which is a little bit concerning for the bulls out there. If you're looking at the gold market, there's a couple things here that I would point to. One, I really don't like that we took out this lower, that put in kind of a lower low, right? This was a big, didn't love that factor in the technical side. Double voice fix it. Do you guys hear me twice? Let me know if the sound is messed up. Please just let me know if everything is okay. Anyways, I did try and take another gold long yesterday. Again, did not work out very well. Tried to catch the pullback. So that one is no longer kind of on my watch list here. Everything's fine. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for that. Every time someone makes a comment about audio, I just have to check with the audience, make sure I'm not, blasting eardrums or, possibly speaking in 4 different, pitches on someone's screen. I don't know. Okay, let's take a look. S&P 500. How's the reaction here? Positive reaction overall. The stock market does. I noticed this on, just before I left the house today. If we take a look here, S&P 500 did actually find some support in this area. Price hit this 45.40 level. Yet again, bounced off of it. And, here's the thing. Yes, there was a big sell-off in the S&P yesterday, but the strength here of the S&P 500 is still there, right? Buyers still lining up to pick this thing up. And I am honestly wishing I was in this trade. I actually tried to buy it yesterday and it did not work out for me. I may look to try and trade this again. I took gold yesterday and I took S&P yesterday, both of which here was the level that I was liking on the S&P 500. So clearly I picked it up. I was wrong about that. So I made this point yesterday, but my win streak ended officially yesterday when it comes to things that I've been trading. However, that's part of trading. The thing is, when it comes to trading, it is not about one single trade or 2 single trades. It's about many, many trades and how you do over the longer term. So am I going to buy the S&P 500 right now? No, probably not. If it does give me a chance to come back in around here, I might take a closer look at that. So again, higher time frame uptrend. I do like the S&P. Let's take a quick look at NAS, see how NAS is performing here today. NASDAQ finding support right around this 15,435 level, let's call it. You can see multiple times where price essentially found a low here and pushed off of it, pushing off of it nicely here this morning so far. So how do you trade this? Well, for me, there's 2 ways I could potentially look at trading the NASDAQ. And it would involve either a break and retest above the previous highs. So something like this, breaking out, retesting, continuation plays. That could be a play. And then the other one for me would be a deeper retracement back down into the bottom of this support zone, in which case I could probably try to pick it up. Okay. So that's where I'm at with the NASDAQ. I have been putting out a lot of analysis. So has Frank. Frank and I both put out analysis inside of our Discord channel. If you guys are not already inside of our Discord channel, let me just make a mention to that real quick. Down below in the chat or on the right-hand side of your screen, whether you're watching on computer or if you're watching on your phone, we're going to drop a link in the live chat right now to join the free version of the Discord. If you would like to do that, click this link right here. This will take you to the free Discord channel. We share constant updates, things we're looking at, ideas. And if you already have Discord, literally just click that link. It'll take you to an apply form, and then you'll be able to join for free. So check it out if you would like to. I see Frank is looking at the euro. Let's actually go take a look at Euro USD here, see what's going on this morning with euro. So euro off the daily chart, we'll do a little multi-time frame analysis. The reason I want to pull up the daily chart is the daily chart here has been battling with this zone of support for a bit here. You can see really strong level of resistance here. So sellers were able to take control of this market, push it back down. But then on the breakout here, I think Frank is after this pullback here, right? So pullback into support. Question will be, can we push off of that support and continue. Here's the thing. I'm going to just play devil's advocate here for a second. I'm not necessarily, Frank has a trade. He has his trade. That's his thing. However, I personally don't love the long trade here on the euro. As much as the technicals look good, my only concern is that the ECB signaled that they're very much in the same camp as the Fed. They're, possibly another rate hike is on the table, but they're going to be data dependent, and they're seeing some progress. So that took away from, I think, the euro's steam that we saw. So there's a fundamental reason that we sold off here. And I think from a technical breakout or technical bounce, this is probably not a bad trade. But for me, I just don't love it as much as perhaps other things that I could be trading personally. But I shouldn't be too quick to talk. Like I said, I've been wrong about some ideas recently. I'm looking at gold. What I would really like, this is a daily chart for the gold market. I would like to see a breakout here if we can get it. So ideally, something like a breakout of this area here that could perhaps produce kind of a bigger return to an uptrend here. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, again, we dropped the link a second ago for those of you guys who are just tuning in or didn't see that. We just dropped a link to the free Discord channel. If you guys would like to join that, click this link that's been dropped in the chat for you. We'll be sharing updates and analysis pretty consistently in there, so do not miss out. It is free to join. There are VIP options if you are interested in that, but there is, of course, a free one for everyone to check out if you'd like to join the Discord. Yeah, so that's gold. Like I said, I am still bullish on gold, but I'd like to see this double top that we kind of formed break out, right? Some might call this like an M formation. You can see this is a really clean looking M formation, which, could perhaps signal some further downside. So what I would like for another attempt to be long would probably be a nice breakout. And that might be something that sets up for me next week. So we'll keep an eye on that. Guys, we're going to take a quick break here. If you guys are regular viewers of the stream, here's a quick look at our watch list. These are things that I'm bullish and bearish on just by the use of our software. Our software takes into account several economic figures, as well as, of course, trends, seasonal trends, the commitment of traders data, retail sentiment. It takes into account all these things and gives us a score that essentially tells us assets that are being considered bullish or bearish or very bullish or very bearish off of the EDGEFINDER, which is our software here. If you guys don't have access to this, we're going to play a quick ad here in just a second. That is a partnered ad, which will show you how to get access to this 100% for free. And I do genuinely mean that. There is a way to get this software for free with us if you sign up with our partnered broker and deposit a certain amount of money. So again, you just basically have to open an account. It is a regulated broker. We're not sending you to anything like Super Sketch or anything like that. It's a regulated broker that we've partnered up with to offer people free copies of the EDGEFINDER. They essentially buy the EDGEFINDER on your behalf if you sign up for their brokerage. So here is some information on that. And then after that, we're going to be joined by Kenzo for some market analysis with him. So stick around. We'll be right back with him.
Attention A1 Trading Show fans. If you're interested in getting free access to the EDGEFINDER or our premium trade alerts, listen up. For a limited time, our show's partnered broker 8cap is giving out free access to our products when you sign up for a new trading account with them. If you already have a broker, you may want to consider switching to 8cap because of their low trading costs, a wide range of trading assets, and their amazing customer support. If you'd like to get access to our software and Discord server for free, click the link being dropped in the chat right now and ask one of our team members for more information. Don't miss your chance for free products and an award-winning broker. Now back to the A1 Trading Show. Attention A1 Trading Show fans, if you're interested.
All right, guys, we are back with Kenzo for some market analysis. Hey, Kenzo, how are you?
Great, thanks, and you, man.
I'm good, and good to have you back on the show. For those of you guys who are not familiar with Kenzo, we bring him on once a week. He is a trader out of South Africa, mixes fundamentals and technicals in his trading. He has his own YouTube channel, which we will be dropping in the chat for you guys to check out if you do like his commentary here. Kenzo, what are you watching here this week? And do you have any I guess reaction or commentary on what we saw out of the Federal Reserve this week?
Yes, it was very great. And they did increase the rates, fortunately. So for now, we're just waiting for CPI and other economic news so that we can know if maybe they will keep increasing or not. But for now, if they increase, I think we'll be left maybe with one increase. After that, maybe we will see what will happen. But as they said, they are still waiting for enough data, so we can't able to judge. We can't really judge much currently. But it seems like the market doesn't really care much. It seems like already the market is reacting into that positively. You can see USD, NASDAQ, they did not actually give us some crazy sells. Unfortunately, I can't able to share my screen. We have a load shedding. So,
Okay.
yeah. So it seems like the market doesn't really care much about the increase, as long as we're going to look at the CPI. And what I have seen is for the past 2 months, CPI was slowly, especially core CPI, it was slowly going down. So I'm hoping maybe this month also, which we're going to receive next month, maybe CPI will be going down. And if it keeps going down like that, it's obvious on our side to say, okay, there is a room for them to pause. But
Sure.
also, even if they increase, I don't think it's going to be a surprise. If you still remember last month, we did talk about this, that as long as they said they're going to increase, it's not going to be a surprise anymore. And the market might not react to that negatively. And we saw that they just said, oh, we're increasing. Maybe next month we might still increase. So once the market reach that point, when we're going to receive another rate hike, still it's not going to be any surprise anymore.
Sure. Yeah, no, and I think just the reaction from the indices this week has been interesting. It's one of those things, as you mentioned, the market kind of shrugged off the fact that they did, of course, raise interest rates by 25 basis points, partially because that move was expected, right? There was very little question as to whether or not the interest rate was going to go one more time higher. It is, as you mentioned, all about what is to come next. For newer traders, newer viewers, or perhaps even people who are newer to fundamentals, what you have to understand is that when it comes to economic figures, Fed monetary policy, or just central bank monetary policy, it's all about the future. It's all about what is to come, what is expected, because the rumors in the markets are far more important than what actually comes out, which is kind of confusing at first. But again, that is why everyone expected 25 basis point rate hike. That's why we didn't see an immediate response either direction. What we really got more response from was kind of the commentary from Jerome Powell after, which had hints of kind of just no urgent need to raise rates right now. And the market, of course, was kind of expecting that and loved to hear it. So the NASDAQ, the indices across the board, you mentioned US 30, S&P 500, all very strong. And today still staying, we haven't had any major breaches of support off of the higher time frames. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart here for the NAS. You mentioned US 30. If you take a look at US 30, this thing has been on just an absolute monster move here, ending, I believe, one of the longest streaks of history. I don't know if you had heard that, of up moves in a row. Kenzo, I thought that was very cool. So if we take a look at like DIA, it was like one of the biggest stretches to the upside. Yesterday ended that streak, but still very, very strong momentum here to the upside for the indices. Kenzo, what do you think about gold? Obviously, gold did catch a little bit of rally recently. This is a daily chart that we're looking at here. But if you break it down to the 4-hour chart, there's kind of this key level of resistance right around 1980, let's call it, where price just struggles to get above, and kind of forming one of those classic M formations going on right now. What do you think about gold right now?
Yeah, actually on gold, I think last time we did talk about it, I was actually on a sell, and unfortunately, yes, it's actually yesterday. No, I think it was on Wednesday. It did not actually push a little bit lower. It actually happened yesterday. But it's not actually any surprise, mostly regardless of maybe US30 and let's say indices like NASDAQ, and they don't really react much to any economic news. So gold is the one which actually everyone is checking. So every small economic news actually matters, especially on gold. So we saw some positive stuff happening. That's why we saw some actually sell positions. But I think if maybe you go or maybe on a daily time frame, I think maybe
Mhm.
we still have a room for a retest before maybe we push the upside. If not, maybe we'll have to wait for that breakout. I think the market might come back again and retest before maybe we push the upside.
Yeah. No, I think you make a good point there, right? Because economic numbers can be a little bit confusing when looking at the indices. If you think about it, Kenzo, it's kind of like if if retail sales are good, right? On one hand, hey,
Yes.
that's that could be inflationary. The Fed might need to react, so that might cause the market to go down. But wait a second, retail spending means that companies are going to do better because more spending means more
Exactly.
profit. So you make that good point about economic figures. And then you look at gold, which is not poised to benefit from economic growth, right? So that is, as you mentioned, in some ways, why a lot of people love to trade gold, because sometimes it trades a little bit closer to, I guess, the actual economy than somehow the stock market does, or perhaps what Fed monetary policy is going to do. Watches very, very closely, which is, I think, why there is that potential, there's that possibility that more rate hikes do come, and gold is probably being a little bit suppressed from that. But if that gets
Exactly.
squashed out any further, you make that point, you may get a retest of those highs. And if that does happen and you get the breakout, I think that will probably be on good news about perhaps no further rate hikes, further inflationary numbers that the Fed likes could possibly cause a nice breakout, but a breakout with confluence here. A lot of times, Kenzo, people who watch the streams, they'll say, you should only take a look at technical charts. There's no point to look at fundamentals. But what we're setting up here, Kenzo, I would argue, is that, the point you just made about that resistance zone, what would it take to break out that resistance zone? Probably some measurement of CPI being cooler than expected, something that really means a lot to the market. And then you have not just a technical breakout, but you have a technical and fundamental breakout. Would you agree with that?
Yes, mostly for those who maybe don't really understand much on the fundamentals. Actually, when we talk about gold, it's also a reserve, actually. So, and mostly, actually, or we can say something like a safe haven. So for now, we have US and the gold. So if gold is doing good, obviously big boys they actually move their money quick to gold. They buy gold, similar to when gold dollar it's actually doing great. So every small move. Next week we're gonna have unemployment claims on Thursday, which happens actually every week. So if any smaller move happens there, if let's say maybe unemployment claims or jobless claims, they still push up. It means gold can break that very easy. And currently on a bigger time frame, that is actually a buy zone on a long time. It's actually on a very nice time to buy in a long time. If maybe the coming CPI, let's say two of them, they all go down. If you bought here from now on, it's going to be the lowest area. The market might take time to come back around that level. So every economic news actually matters most on gold. So every small move, everyone is looking to buy more very quick, especially gold. So the other ones, they are there, but they're not actually as big as gold as we see it now. So yeah, I think gold can do some. I think we still have a room for gold to buy, especially if you check for the past few weeks, the market was just going down. So on gold, so it means we have enough room to push to the upside again. Or maybe if you go on a daily time frame, you will see that the market has been actually going down. So the room to push up, it's actually there, because on a bigger time frame, the market seems to be on a bullish momentum.
Sure. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying there. You can kind of see I've got the daily chart pulled up here, and you had this downward trend for quite some time, but recently we had a nice breakout retest of that longer term. I just happened to remember from our previous conversations, your chart had this longer term trend line on it, and
Yes.
you have this longer term uptrend. It may take some time to play out, but gold does have potential to rally as this monetary policy regime kind of switches into, perhaps a weaker dollar on the bigger picture, which a weaker dollar would come off of, inflation victories kind of continuing to roll in. So very, very important stuff there. Kenzo, I want to thank you for coming on here. We always enjoy having your commentary, especially it is rare to find other traders who are, very fundamentally and technically inclined with this stuff. So it's nice to I guess, examine each other's notes when we come on these live streams. So thank you for being here. And I do also want to say to anybody who has not already subscribed to Kenzo, I highly, highly recommend you do so. He has his own YouTube channel. It's called Extra Hot Forex here on YouTube. Make sure to go subscribe to that. And Kenzo, thank you for coming on the show for a bit here.
Thank you very much, man.
Have a great weekend, man. See ya. All right, guys. Yeah, just to keep going again, I do like gold long. It's nice to hear Kenzo's kind of in the same boat, but we've also both kind of highlighted this key spot, right? This 1980 level is a barrier to price. And even if you are, here's something for the bears, right? So clearly we've spoken pretty bullish about it. Let me say one thing for the bears. I think bears in the very short term are kind of in control here. And I'll highlight what I mean by that by going down to the 1 hour chart. Okay. So if we take a look at this, again, remember what we just said about the higher time frames, right? The daily chart, we have like longer term upward trend. Well, that's longer term. Shorter term, we had a huge sell-off here recently. And I think you have to be cautious because as you do retest a key level like this, right? You get this big sell-off off of strong economic figures out of the United States, right? This is one of the big reasons. We see the rally, but we are coming into areas where sellers may actually start to get intrigued. And this latest hourly candle actually looks pretty red, pretty sell heavy for the gold market. So in the very short term, I think you may have actually an opportunity to see gold trade lower, perhaps even make a move. If it doesn't hold this support zone, definitely could make its way down to like a 1930 range, somewhere like this. So here's the thing. Longer term, fundamentally, I like gold bullish, okay? But shorter term, the technicals look bearish to me. So where do we go with that? Well, here is a quick breakdown of how I personally trade. For me to actually take trades, I need 2 out of 3 of these things to make sense, okay? What is SA, FA, and TA? Someone in the chat, if you're a regular viewer on the stream, you know where I'm going with this. Do me a quick favor. If you guys know what these stand for, drop it in the chat for me. I think everyone probably gets this one. Technical analysis. Technical analysis is the most commonly used retail trading tool. Everyone uses their charts. Everyone's using TradingView and MetaTrader and all these cool charting platforms to do technical analysis. This is using chart patterns, support and resistance, everything, right? Everything that involves using candlestick patterns, Heikin-Ashi, whatever you want to use, right? However, we also have these 2 columns that we talk about heavily on the channel. Some of you guys are saying it here in the chat. Thank you for that. So it's technical analysis. This is fundamental analysis and sentiment analysis. Fundamentals involve economic figures coming out. It involves, I would argue, kind of Fed monetary policy, etc. Sentiment analysis is looking at the commitment of traders data as well as retail positioning, right? So what are retail traders doing on average? So overall, the point I make here is that for me to actually take trades, I need those things to all kind of agree. So even though technically this looks bearish, fundamentally, I'm bullish on gold. I still think that, again, the Fed is going to back off raising rates. I think that's going to cool off. And if that does continue to be the story, I think gold breakouts actually look more attractive. So I look for those things to be agreeing. How do you possibly do that? That sounds complicated. You're just doing it off the top of your head. No, that's why we built this software. And without this trying to sound too much like a sales pitch, let me just give you the idea. You don't need to buy this software to understand exactly what I'm talking about. At least get the idea. When we are combining technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentiment analysis, our goal here is to factor in each one of these things. So this software is kind of our creation to do just that. We take into account things like the commitment of traders data, retail sentiment, seasonal trends that we can observe in the market, right? For example, is gold likely to rise in the month of August, or is it likely to fall in the month of August based on historical studies? This is what the software is doing for us. It's helping us spot those confluence factors and lining them up and giving a score over here. So if we take a look, for example, at the commitment of traders data, this is probably the most popular tab on the EDGEFINDER. What this data will pull up for us is we'll be able to look at where institutional money, these are hedge funds, asset manager groups, professional money managers, we can take a look actually at what they are buying and selling. And so right now, there is actually a very strong preference to be buying gold. Now, where are we getting this data? This is from the CFTC, the Commitment of Traders report that they put out once a week. We could take a look at the positions from hedge funds and big money players. Okay. So if we know what the smart money is doing, we can use that to our advantage. But we don't want to just take only a look at this. We want to look at several factors, which is what the EDGEFINDER aims to do. It takes into account many pieces of data and punches out a bias on each currency pair, asset, gold, indexes, etc. Anyways, if you guys want to try it out, if you'd like to check out our software, it's a perfect time. We're going into the weekend. If you guys would like our free course, we actually put together a free full course on how to use the EDGEFINDER in its entirety. That is, again, that's free for you to check out. If you want to see more about this software, that is, of course, if you would like to get access to it, here's the thing, 2 things for you. First of all, if you'd like to try it, click this link, fill out this form, and it will give you information on the free course. It will get you set up with anything you'd like there. And then finally, if you do also want to set up a call with someone on our team, or if you'd like to just chat with us about the software, if you have some specific questions that I obviously can't answer all of them on the live stream at once, if you would like to ask some questions or chat with someone from my staff about the software tool, we're going to drop a second link here in the chat right now. This link that's being dropped right now will, of course, allow you to have a direct message conversation with someone on our staff about the software. So if you'd like to get involved with what we're doing here, we have many, many people who are using our software already. Many people are using it to help them get funded, to improve their trading, to improve their accuracy in their trading, to find better trades with better entries and exits, that sort of thing. If you are not already using the software, again, it is quite worth checking it out for free. It doesn't take you any commitment just to check things out. So with that said, guys, that's going to wrap up the stream here today. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will not be on live stream next week. I am out of town for a vacation. We're going down to Florida, so I'll be on the beach a little bit. I will still be around. You guys will still have video uploads coming throughout the week. So, and then also finally, as you guys who have stuck around the whole stream have noticed, James and Chandler were here earlier. They're going to be kind of moderating and bringing on guests throughout the week. So you guys still have live streams throughout the week. This is, of course, made possible by our sponsors and by you guys who end up purchasing our software. Just to shoot straight with you guys, we make these streams possible. They're very costly to run. We sell software to traders. We try and build great tools for people, and that in return pays for the content that you guys see here. So as a viewer, it's all free, and we just ask that you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys back next week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back soon.
Attention A1 Trading Show fans. If you're looking to get funded, we've got a solution for you. Our partnered prop firm FX2 Funding helps traders get access to up to $200,000 in trading capital. FX2 Funding is not your average prop firm. We've chosen them as our partner because of their fair examination rules, their professional and available customer service, and they have an outstanding reputation in the prop firm space. Here's a quick look at their evaluation process. First, they don't have a time limit on their evaluations. That means that you can take your time when passing your evaluation. There's no pressure to rush your trading. Second, there is only one phase to pass in their evaluation before getting access to your funded account. Also, their evaluation fees are fairly priced and fully refundable upon passing. Once you're funded, you'll be able to keep up to 85% of your trading profits. Finally, a rule we know swing traders will love: you can hold your positions over the weekend. For a limited time, get 15% off any of their account challenges with promo code A1Trading15. That's 15% off any account challenge with code A1Trading15. If you're ready to get funded, we're dropping a link in the chat right now, and you can also find it in the description down below. So go ahead and get signed up today for 15% off with promo code A1Trading15. Now back to the show.